Hi, this is Dave from Geekanoids.co.uk, and better late than never, I'm bringing you my review of the 4th gen iPod Nano. Check out my review after this short break. Audio in this review is captured using equipment from Sennheiser.co.uk. Welcome back. This is the new 4th generation iPod Nano. I'm really excited to bring you a review of this device. I've waited a long time to bring you it because I ordered a 16GB version from Apple, and I'm just amazed at the size of this device. Now, it comes in two different capacities, 8GB, which will set you back £109, and also the 16GB like this one here, which is £149. Whole host of colours. This is the silver and black combination, which I think looks very classy. It complements both the MacBook Pro, the MacBook Air, and also the iMac. And I'm going to take a closer look at it for you now. Okay guys, so this is the new 4th gen iPod Nano close-up. As you can see, very thin on that side profile. And at its thickest point, in the centre here, it's just over 6mm thick. So very thin, very light. Across the bottom here, you've got the usual dock connector. You've also got your headphone socket there. On the top of the unit, there's just the hold switch. The rest is just this black plastic insert. And around the back, you've got the familiar Apple logo and also the capacity down the bottom here, which on this model is 16GB. And then around the front, you've got a gorgeous screen. It's now in portrait mode. But this comes into play as it switches to landscape mode when you're watching videos, and as you can see there, it also switches to cover flow mode, and this is thanks to the built-in accelerometer in the new iPod Nano. If I go back round to this view, and you get the familiar Apple interface for selecting your content, and if I select for you video, so I'm going to play that video there. And as you can see, the iPod displays the video in landscape mode, and it works either way. I can switch it round to that way and it flips the video around, which is really cool. Now, the accelerometer also comes into play when you're playing music back. So if I go back out to my main menu and select a music track. Now, let's just say I'm playing this track and I don't particularly like it, I can give the iPod a shake and it will shuffle to a new track. Shake again, shuffle to a new track. Really gimmicky, but quite a cool feature. You can show it off to your friends. Now the screen is really crisp. I've actually had to turn down the brightness for this video review because otherwise it will glare in the camera, but this is one of the very brightest iPod Nano screens I've seen. Absolutely gorgeous for watching videos on, and the fact that you can rotate it into that landscape mode really makes it a nice device for watching videos. You've got a 2-inch screen here. The new 4th gen iPod Nano is really a nice revision of the iPod Nano lineup, but my question to you is, yes, £109 is a good price to pay for an 8GB version, but if you're going to pay £149 for the 16GB version, as I've got here, why not add an extra £20 and get yourself an 8GB iPod Touch with that gorgeous touch interface? The iPod Nano has got its place in the lineup, and I would say it's worth looking at if you're into jogging, extreme sports, or you just want a very cheap iPod or MP3 player to take on your journeys. For me, I would probably pay the extra £20 for the iPod Touch in its 8GB version, but the choice is yours. It's a very nice player, very slim and very light. Thanks very much for listening. This has been Dave from Geekanoids.co.uk. Come back soon and check out more video reviews. This video review is sponsored by Quark, who produce my software of choice. Quark Express is the superb page layout software for design and publishing professionals worldwide.